Base Gamer.
This ugly bastard is the first human I ever killed.
Me.
Should take a trophy. Cut off his ear.
Sandy stick. What's a tick got to be sad about?
I think. Try healing this.
Statue of Seluna. There's more heretical symbols.
Fresh disarm with me bare hands. Weaker than pixies, humans.
Oh, you got him good.
And who are you? Another pest? Humans. Finger rule the world. Ha!
As the symbol glows, power courses through you. Authority. Your mind lurches, reeling suddenly as if bitten.
Forgive me. I had no idea. The other true souls are inside. They're planning and such.
That's a long word.
Take a trophy. Cut off his ear.
Keep drinking.
Ready to get a game going. What's that? I think I heard the absolute. That's the drink talking. Absolutely.
Should mind my step. Looks like the booze got the better of them, but they're practically unconscious.
Shabby workmanship. Strong push and this wall comes down.
My head's killing me. Ugh. What is all that noise?
As the symbol glows, power courses through you. Authority.
Happily. But the next noisy bastard that comes through here gets gutted.
Seluna. As if mingling with a horde of goblins wasn't bad enough. Let's do what we have to do, then get out of here. Quite the understatement, but yes. Let's not linger in this place any more than necessary.
What's in here?
None of you are worthy. What a disappointment.
Lost in thought.
How do we get closer to her?
Do what us true souls command. The blood of non-believers.
If not over, then through.
Wits and blades, always sharp. Got to keep moving. Unnoticed. Good. This way.
Trust no one.
Like being comfortable since we've been here. Oh, this is proper nice this was.
My faith protects me.
Charmed, I'm sure. Careful, I bite.
On my way.
At least give me a sword!
We want you dead, you dumb knuckle. Not dead and heroic. Get in there and stop complaining!
obedience. Follow my teachings. Follow Ragslin's orders. Obey the drow. Serve the Absolute, and you may look out for never felt so strong.
Smells like burnt flesh in here.
Nobody's gonna push us around anymore.
Now here's somebody special. The Absolute has touched you, hasn't she? Priestess Gut needs to touch you too. Hold out your arm so I can mark your flesh. Let's the faithful recognize one another quick sharp. That way nobody'll mess with ya. And it's charged with magic. Ordinary slobs can't see it. Only us that follow the Absolute. You ready? Brace yourself. This'll sting. Hold still.
As pain muddles your thoughts, your minds become entangled. A familiar sensation. She too carries a parasite. Darkness seems to swallow the temple, leaving you with a vision of the goblin priestess receiving instruction from a handsome young man, one of the chosen. The vision dissolves away. You stand before the goblin priestess in the temple once again. Your minds brush against one another, but are swiftly parted.
Don't want to get intimate in front of the novices. Fair enough. Got some weird shadows in your head. Maybe I can help with that. Us true souls gotta look out for one another.
I can hardly wrap my head around what we've just heard. Let's list up the facts, shall we? There are other people here with tadpoles in their heads. These people don't realize they have tadpoles in their heads. They can hear the tadpoles speak to them, and they think it's a new god. I don't know about you, but to me, none of this makes any logical sense. And yet, I suspect something intelligent behind it all. Some carefully nurtured scheme. But let's not lose sight of what we've learned here. What joins us and what separates us from these true souls. They hear a voice we do not hear. A voice that binds them in servitude. As long as we're possessed of our own free will, I venture to say there's hope for us yet.
Push us around anymore.
So strong. Absolute's looking out for me now.
Mistress.
Don't touch me.
No time to rest.
Greetings, child. I've met few aside from goblins here.
You recognize the Scourge. This man is a follower of Leviatha, goddess of pain.
Ah. Are you also here to assist with the prisoner? Your tastes must turn to the exotic if you would stop here by choice. I was invited to discuss pain and its intricacies, but even I find these goblins crude and, well, primitive. Pain without purpose is a terrible thing. Wouldn't you agree? You know the Maiden of Pain. How refreshing. But there is more to us than that. Yes, we worship her through pain, often our own, but it is an intimate and loving thing, one we offer up. If you would permit it, I can show you firsthand.
I must see this. Don't you dare say no.
Oh, I have something exquisite in mind. Both Leviatha and I are interested in how you handle pain, dear one. And should you delight her, you will most assuredly receive her most gracious blessing. Trust me. Simply face the wall, and we can begin. Face the wall and let us begin, dear one. Now, steady your heart, and do. The pain you suffer will cleanse you. Do not fight it. You want more? As you wish, dear one. Wonderful. Just wonderful. Wonderful. You want more? I'll give it to you. That's it! Welcome the pain. Let it become part of you. I hope that's a promise, dear one. Sweet child, you bore the pain like a true believer. I am proud to have served you this penance. You're starting to sound like the goddess herself, dear one. Leviatha herself found your performance inspiring. She has deemed you worthy of her blessing. on a personal note, thank you. That was positively divine. Yes, I must try this technique. Or perhaps this one.
Find a way forward.
Yeah. This one.
Back off! Don't bother the talent. Obedience.
We got the absolute right. You see the pain, just stick it. Praise his ever-bleeding axe. Praise his throne of flaming iron. Praise Maglobiet.
You know Maglobiet, a tyrannical deity who treats his goblinoid followers as slaves.
Trying to interrupt my prayers? Scared of a real god? You're as goomless as the rest of them. They'll turn on you soon enough. Then you'll be wishing you was in a cage. You'll end up being supper for the spiders or the wargs. 'Cause I'm loyal to Maglobiet. 'Cause I ain't having my head turned by some upstart god. Are you soft in the head? Every bleeder in here is gabbing on about it. Traitorous bastards. The Great Absolute brings us together. Drow and gnolls and goblins all braiding one another's hair. It's a load of shite. Talking to you, ain't I? I just don't believe in all this togetherness and chumminess. Ain't natural. It won't last. They'll be tearing into each other soon enough. Sod 'em all. I'll wait it out in here, praying to a real god. Sugan al Shukok, o Tashokek Dor. I command you, corpse. Speak. Reveal truth to the Absolute. Nothing. Must be reading it wrong. Sugan al Shukok.
The hobgoblin turns to you, and the parasite squirms in your skull. You taste the ale on his tongue and the bile in his soul. The visions cloud your inner eye for a brief moment once again. You see the hobgoblin bowing before the armored elf you'd glimpsed before. The elf speaks of the hunt for a great weapon and the rewards that will go to whoever finds it. The hobgoblin's eyes gleam hungrily.
Another drow true soul. As if there weren't enough of you.
He doesn't speak his next words, yet they still rattle your skull from within.
You ever talk to a dead squid? Now's your chance.
This Mind Flayer's build is smaller, its garb plainer. A fearsome creature even in death, but not the one that tormented you. Yet it too roamed the Nautiloid. It would have seen you, known you.
Absolute says the dead squiddy had a weapon. I reckon the killer nabbed it and scooted off to that looter camp. We find who killed it, and we find who took that weapon. So settle in.
You feel Shadowheart's anxiety. The weapon the Absolute seeks. It's the artifact that she carries. The same one that protected you as you entered the goblin camp. Her mind focuses. Their suspicion cannot be aroused. They cannot discover that the weapon they seek is within their grasp. You choke on black smoke as the hobgoblin bellows his incantation.
I command you, corpse. Speak and say sooth. Lucan ok al koldek shulko kek.
The hideous corpse rises, tentacles writhing. Your heart seizes. Under questioning, the creature might recognize you as its killer. Ragslin's mind reels, then calms. He will speak as you command. With Ragslin's voice, you ask.
Who is the Absolute?
Ragslin frowns in confusion at a question he would never have asked. Then the creature speaks in visions. Curved drow blades, crude goblin torches, gnoll teeth dripping blood. You see other mind flayers arranged in a serene circle. Absolute unity. Absolute power.
Damn it! That tells me nothing!
You feel Ragslin's suspicions. He'd never have asked about his master. You remain in control. Barely.
What were you doing in Faerun?
Again, visions flow through you. A swarm of Githyanki dragon riders, silver blades held high, control panels melting, flesh pods spilled open.
Gith on the hunt. They know something.
Suspicion floods Ragslin's mind. Your brain howls as you force a final query into his throat.
the Gith chasing that ship.
You see dark tunnels lit by noxious pools of brine. The darkness spreads through the earth. The sky splits open and nautiloids pour out of a void that consumes the stars.
What in the...
The corpse collapses, silent once more.
No, no! I'm not done! Riddles, all of it! And nothing to show for the trouble but rotting squid meat! No answers, no killer, and no damned weapon! That damned Drow was right. Can't let her get all the glory. Seems I ain't done with you. Report to the Drow. Minthara's the name. She's mounting an attack on that blasted grove. Tell her you'll join her. Praise the Absolute.
That the jingle of coin, I hear? You've timed it well, my friend. Already turned quite the profit today. So I'm feeling generous. Aye, so you have. It's one place the Zhentarim can trade openly, thank the gods. Folk up here like to quiver over right and wrong, until the coin starts clinking anyway. It's just business. If there was money in being good, the Zhentarim would be pure as paladins. You joking? Goblins sell the best prisoners. Cheap, quiet, and eager to be elsewhere. Till this crowd converted and started sending their captives to Moonrise Towers, at least. No complaints, mind. I just sold enough smoke powder to cover the loss 10 times over. Ask that kin of yours they're all bowing to. The glint in her eye is bad news for someone. Not my concern, so long as I'm paid. Speaking of, something to trade or what? Pleasure.
Ready and willing.
Nobody's gonna push me around anymore.
Something's wrong. I feel... What the... Darkness, protect me. No! I'm fine. Forget it. I don't know. Stop! If I want to tell you something, I'll use my mouth. Understand? Fumble in my head again, and I'll gut you.
Another step forward.
Ah, there you are. How did you enjoy my deer stew this evening?
It's an old family recipe.
Good. I tend to season it with spices from Karator, but given what's available to us, good old Rosemary had to see us through. Not that I mean to regale you with my culinary exploits. There's actually something quite different I'd like to discuss. We've been traveling together for a while now, and during those travels, I've been observing you. I want you to know that I like what I see. The way you got Korga to release the girl. The way you got that boy out of a harpy's clutches. In short, I've grown to trust you. An exchange. I express my trust in you, now I need you to place your trust in me. Our journey together is bound to last a while still. As such, I feel compelled to speak. I say this because there's something I desperately need. But while I'll tell you what that something is, I won't tell you why. I have to ask you to agree to this before carrying on this conversation. Thank you. I see I did well to trust you. Now, to the matter at hand. You see, I have a condition. A condition different from the tadpole, but just as deadly. The only way to appease said condition is for me to take powerful magical artifacts and absorb the weave inside. It's been days since I last consumed an artifact, before we were abducted. It is time, and by that I mean it's imperative, that I find and consume powerful strands of weave at the earliest possible juncture. We all have our eccentricities. Ours are just more eccentric than most.
As a matter of fact, you should feel lucky to be traveling with men of taste.
We've already done the finding. In fact, you have one in your possession. That one right there.
Thank you.
I can feel the storm abating. Yes, this will keep my condition in check. For a precious while. It's hard to predict the effect any given artifact has. But rather soon I will feel it stir again. Like a distant thunder sending tremors through the soul. I will need to consume another artifact before the lightning strikes. There's no choice but to find more. As luck would have it, Faerun is full of them, though I do feel obliged to point out that items of power tend to be in the hands of the powerful. There'll be danger involved. For great cost. Good. A bit of boldness will serve us well. I know the allure these artifacts hold. I understand their value and their power. All this to say, I understand the sacrifice I ask of you. I hope I can count on you.
fate spins along as it should. Although thou dost not seem to be in need of my services.
Seems simple enough. No traps, please.
One with the weave.
My faith will guide me.
a lot on my mind, and
Nobody's gonna push us around anymore.
Absolute looking out for strong.
wonder if the gods are watching me.
What are we waiting for? Spears are sharp. The lads are all riled up and ready. I didn't mean nothing by it, your ladyship. Honest, I didn't.
Life, much like your words, is every matter to save the former. Tell them to stop cutting. We need him alive.
Prisoner will talk, your ladyship. Spike always makes him talk.
Can't give up.
If he doesn't, I'll cut out his tongue.
If he don't have a tongue, he can't tell us nothing.
The prisoner can keep his tongue. It's spikes I'll be removing. The village to the east. It's abandoned.
Looks that way. But scouts said they heard something moving around out there. Something big.
It's not our concern. Our prey is elsewhere.
I do not have time for interruptions from underlings.
As she turns to you, her thoughts mingle with yours. A cold hand caressing your brain. The chamber melts away to reveal a dark, endless nowhere. In it, you see a vision. The drow listens as a pale-eyed young woman whispers in her ear. One of those the voice spoke of. One of the chosen. The vision fades away.
A true soul? Do not think that means we are equals, Warlock. Are you here to join my hunt? Interesting. What do you know of this druid?
There is no power except for the absolute. If you are sick, speak to the goblin's priestess. She too is a true soul.
I have not seen this druid, but he harbors worshippers of a false god in a hidden grove nearby. I intend to find it and destroy it. There is a weapon the Absolute seeks. I'm sure those wretches have it hidden away there. We will find it amongst the dead and the ashes.
Her excitement is palpable. She lingers on thoughts of victory, of unbelievers' blood spilled, and of the weapon. She will seize it, in the Absolute's name. She is seeking the grove you visited. Already you feel her mind closing around yours.
My patience wears thin, true soul. The hunt must begin. You would dare. The darkness will take you, Iblis.
Now they see me.
Strike. You fertilize the
Let her rot. The Absolute's allies deserve no better.